The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
From the Marriott Hotel in downtown Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the Badgers Sports Report. Preparations winding down for the 98th Rose Bowl game. The Wisconsin Badgers taking on the Oregon Ducks. On today's edition, we'll hear from head coach Bret Bielema, as well as quarterback Russell Wilson and tailback Monty Ball, a pair of top 10 Heisman Trophy vote getters. And we'll also try to give you at least a little bit of a taste of some of the off-field activities, all a part of Bowl Week here in Southern California. It's all coming up on the Badger Sports Report.
Wilson in the shotgun, ball to his left. Wilson takes the snap, back to throw, looking, flush to his left, sets, throws, deep right side, and it is caught by Duckworth inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. First down, gonna go. Wisconsin at the Spartan 7. Off Monty Ball to the end zone, touchdown Wisconsin. Off Montana, 40, 45, 50. Pressure, Nasegwu got him. Breaks a tackle, goodbye. Touchdown James White, Big Ten champions.
There it is, Ron Day.
He will make the catch, touchdown Wisconsin. And Bowling got him.
The Badger Sports Report with Bret Bielema is brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, Coca-Cola, Charter Communications, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, and Adidas.
Stuff? What stuff?
Could your family use more bandwidth? Charter Internet is powerful enough to drive all their new toys at the same time. Get speeds up to 12 megs at a new low price of $19.99 per month. It's our best internet deal ever.
Who doesn't decorate for the holidays?
Let's open
So sorry, Woodley. Mr. Cranky Pants didn't want to wear the sweater I laid out for him.
Honestly, would you wear this? Where's the game? Is the game on
What are
here?
you all doing here?
It's the holidays, hon.
Let's
It's not. It's Oscar Mayer carving board ham.
Slow cooked and carved just right. It's holiday ham without all the holiday drama.
Wore my stretchy pants for nothing.
It doesn't get better.
The buzzer beaters, the high school tournaments, the conference titles, truly the court of champions. Parker Street Productions, LLC has acquired pieces of the basketball court used at the Kohl Center from 1998 until 2008, now making them available to you. 61 teams walked off this court with a trophy. Now you can take home your own trophy, a piece of history. Log on to courtofchampions.com today.
Back in Los Angeles, joined by Badgers head coach Bret Bielema. Bret, if you can, in a nutshell, just give folks an idea of what the last month has been like for you. Been a little bit of a whirlwind, I would think, right?
It has been insanity at its finest. But, good things. The championship game had never been done before. I can't say enough about the Big Ten and what they did to get that game at that level. And then obviously a great game with Michigan State. To get done with that one, it was already into a live recruiting week, so I had a lot of recruiting things you had to deal with. Also, some of my coaches were interviewing for other jobs, obviously Paul and Bo moving on, so that brings another set of issues. And then we got bowl prep, and we have finals week, and then we have obviously the trip out here to Pasadena. So it's been crazy, but it's good, and it's starting to calm here at the end.
It's been a quick month. You have, obviously Monty was one of the 5 finalists, but Russell was in the top 10 as well. That's a rare air to have 2 players from Wisconsin finish in the top 10. Can you put that into perspective a little bit for fans, the kind of years that those guys had?
Well, it obviously a great thing for both of them. I do believe there was probably a little bit of people were split on which one to support, which could have affected, Monty's higher ranking maybe at the end. But both great kids, never going to misrepresent the University of Wisconsin. And I think the big thing moving forward is hopefully it brought some attention to make some other guys want to follow that as well.
You spoke back, it was a few weeks ago, probably the first time you met with the media since the Big Ten championship game, and how you wanted to maybe tweak a little bit of the bowl prep. Part of it is the condensed schedule, but how much has it been different this year as opposed to previous years?
What we did, Matt, a little bit is we shortened maybe some of the time on the practice field. We were out there quite a bit, but we shortened the time. Each practice was out there, tried to stress maybe tempo, speed, quickness. Did some post-practice conditioning to try and simulate some of the things, especially even for our defensive guys, more than our offense. So it's kind of been a mixed bag, but hopefully it's going to come through on the game day.
Boy, for the scouts, you've talked a lot about the importance of scout team preparation. I remember when you faced a quick tempo last year. It was Arizona State. I would imagine the role of the scout team guys is as important as ever when you're going up against this type of an offense.
It is. We really did a nice job, I think, of coming up with a plan, talking with some people that had played them previously and what they did, to simulate it. And I can't say enough about the coaches and the players and the way they bought into that unique preparation, and hopefully it's going to pay off.
Clearly, the Michael James is the player that the casual fan knows about, but it goes a lot deeper than him, doesn't it?
It does. His backup's a very good player, number 24. I think number 6 comes in and does everything. Their quarterback is a solid guy. Have a number of offensive linemen to do nice things. Their tight end's a good player. But the part that I think Matt misses, the big picture there, is the special teams role. They have so many skilled players that their coverage units and their return units are very effective.
Defensively, I remember talking with Paul Christ about this even a couple of weeks ago, the depth of it. They're not hesitant to play the entire depth chart, and it sounds like there's not a lot of drop-off there.
No, obviously they got a group of starters, but they do a nice job of rolling guys through. I think that, the point that we have to have success is to make it a 4-quarter game. This game can't be decided in 1 or 2 quarters. We got to play it for 4, and hopefully our consistency and our approach, the Wisconsin way, will win out in the end.
A couple things. First, let's get to the on your radio show. You talked about this, and actually one of your news conferences too. You're going to have, it's a neutral officiating crew. It's not Big Ten. It's not Pac-12. It's an ACC crew. Given Oregon's tempo, that's something that fans should keep an eye out on?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very significant factor. I know that we got a great crew coming from the ACC. It's been relayed to me how effective they've been in their conference, and obviously being put in a BCS game means they're really good refs. But it's something obviously that they haven't seen, we haven't seen, so there's got to be some common ground going into it.
And then the topic that probably generates more traffic on blogs, message boards, and talk shows and all that, the uniforms. A little bit of a tweak with the Badger uniforms. I know it looks pretty nice, so talk about it.
I do. I couldn't be more happy. One of the things I wanted to do with Adidas right away and reached out to them was I'd like to have a subtle change, whether it be a rose in the uniform, into Motion W, something. And they came up with a couple different looks, but I really, myself and Coach Alvarez, really liked the cleanness and the subtle change to put the pedals into the jersey numbers and then on the Motion W. I think it's not as drastic as maybe others had thought. I kind of threw it out there that I was going to have some real fun with people, but in the end, I think our players are very excited. Really, that's what matters the most.
Yeah, the colors remain the same. You're not going to see the all-black uniforms or anything like that. It's still it's cardinal and white. Your guys had fun, but when it's time to work, you work. But whether they've been able to have some fun,
they have. I think they've locked in. They enjoyed the Beef Bowl. They enjoyed Disneyland. They enjoyed the night at the Improv probably the most with a couple professional comedians that probably can't put cameras in that show. But it was fun to see them. But I think they all have kind of had that, been there, done that. Let's focus on what we need to get done, and as we draw closer to the game, that's really coming through.
The Rose Bowl experience, Brett, you get asked about this probably quite a bit, but for those who have never had a chance to go and may never get a chance to go, when you walk into that stadium for the first time, when you walk on the field, put into words what that's like.
It's a little bit of a wow factor. Obviously, it's meticulous details of the stadium. We walked in the other day and there was a group of 10 snipers that were having sniper practice before we walked in there. So you feel safe, but on the same account, it's a very unique setting, and with all the attention that the BCS games get, it's kind of one of those things that our kids got to walk in and absorb it a little bit before the game starts.
I know we're jumping around topics here a little bit, but this will be after this game. Your offensive coordinator and your offensive line coach, Paul Christ and Bob Bostad, will be moving on to Pittsburgh. Paul, in particular, I'm wondering, you probably had a lot of advice from people about your first year as a head coach. You know, do this, don't do that, here's what to expect. You can give all the advice in the world, but do you have to live it? Did you have to go through that first year to really get a grasp of what it's all about?
And two things that I really drew upon when I took over was a comment that actually Bill Snyder said to me when I talked to him after I had been given the job. He said, "You've been around a really good group of coaches, but you're getting a job because of what you've done. Be true to yourself." So I think Paul's really going to do that, just knowing Paul and how you know him. But on the same account, I'm going to give him things. I've written some things down that I'll give him after the game. But the biggest thing is how you handle those special situations. And there's nobody to lean on except for yourself, and you got to go with your gut feelings, and sometimes those have the biggest impact on your team and your program as anything.
Congratulations for
Thank you very much.
And Happy New Year, head coach Bret Bielema. Coming up on the Badger Sports Report, we'll hear from Monty Ball, Russell Wilson, and also give you a taste a little later some of the sights and sounds of Bowl Week here in Southern California. All that coming up as the Badger Sports Report continues.
Bowl prep's been kind of long, you know what I mean? It has, coach has been smart about it, giving us some time off here and there. We kept practices kind of short and crisp. But yeah, we're excited to kind of amp up and have a steady build up to game time.
Since we've gotten down here, we really have practiced better each day, really gotten better each day. So I'm starting to have confidence in what we're doing, and come game day, we'll be ready.
Definitely when you face offense like ours every day of practice, it's a little easier when you face teams that they got great offenses. And you know, it's just about not really worried about Oregon, just playing our game, being disciplined, being sound, keeping our technique, and doing all the right things that got us here in the first place.
Can't wait to play. You know, bowl prep is kind of a unique situation. You know, you have a lot of time to prepare, so you know, seems like forever since the last time we played, and you know, we're definitely ready to get going.
I think it'll rest on fundamentals. This is a unique offense, but it doesn't change the fact that there's fundamentals involved. We need to tackle well, pursuit of the ball, and you know, limit their big plays as much as we can.
I like it. You know, obviously, you know, we're not going to match with Oregon. You know, they got so many different uniforms they use and everything. But you know, I think it's Wisconsin. You know, just a little bit of a change up, just kind of keeps things interesting. But you know, still maintain that classic look.
It just screams Wisconsin. You know, it's we are who we are. You know, we'll conform a little bit to the times, but you know, we're not going to go crazy and you know, change things up dramatically. But you know, it's a nice subtle change. I think everyone you know is pretty happy with it, and you know, like I said, it just screams Wisconsin.
Nobody knows it like we do. Nobody celebrates it like we do. Nobody makes it happen like we do. Change. At the University of Wisconsin-Madison, it's everyone's major.
Chip Kelly has talked about it. Probably any coach who's faced Wisconsin has mentioned it at least once during game preparations. If you want to slow down Wisconsin, you better find a way to try to slow down quarterbacks Russell Wilson and Monty Ball. Wisconsin's top 10 Heisman Trophy finalists this season, the first from Wisconsin to earn such honors since the 1962 campaign when Pat Richter and Ron Vanderkellen were top 10 vote getters. R.J. Williams sat down with Mr. Wilson and Mr. Ball.
First team All-Big Ten, first team All-American, championship game MVP, Heisman Trophy finalist. Quite a hardware haul for Russell Wilson and Monty Ball this year. And sitting down here on the Badger Sports Report, and my question to you guys is, how has the man sitting next to you made your job easier this year? And we'll start with you, Monty.
Well, just what Russell's brought to the table for this offense is, leadership and poise, and just, teams have to respect what he's capable of doing in the air. So they have to, spread out, within the box, and that makes my job a lot easier because the holes are a lot bigger whenever I run through them.
What about you, Russell?
For me with Monty, his work ethic and practice has really helped everybody else around us. And I think that, when it comes to game time, it's just another day for him. His ability to get into the end zone, his ability to be electric, on Saturdays, every time he gets the ball in his hands, it's pretty impressive. And, that puts a lot of pressure on defenses to come down and make plays on him, which sometimes they can't make. And that alleviates some pressure for me and lets me throw the ball around.
People always talk about having a balanced offense, and I guess we'll start with you this time, Russell. Is there any way to be more balanced than what you guys have done this year?
I don't think there's any way to be more balanced than us right now. I think that's a positive thing. I think it's a testament to Coach Chris and what he's done for our offense. And it's a testament to the players and how hard they work in practice. And you got to give the offensive line credit. They do a great job of run blocking, obviously, from Monty and pass protecting for me as well.
What about you, Monty? How is it? Obviously he's opened up some things like you were saying, but any way to be more balanced?
Yeah, basically what he said. I believe not. I don't believe so, because just what we showed from day one until up to this point, we've been making plays in the air, making plays on the ground, and just had this offense just kept rolling.
All right, Russell. This is a hypothetical at this point, but you get off the bus. I know last year Coach Bielema took the team right to the Rose Bowl, got off the plane and went right to the Rose Bowl. What do you imagine the first time you walk in over there?
Well, I think when the first time I walk into the Rose Bowl, I think about all the things my dad used to tell me about how great the game was. He used to always tell me, man, you got to go to the Rose Bowl. And so I'm excited about that opportunity. He's obviously some of the greatest players ever have played in that game. And one of my favorite players is Drew Brees, and I look up to him. And he's a spectacular player. Obviously, has a great career. And I'm looking forward to being in that situation, being in that game, and playing next to Monty and the rest of my teammates. All
right, Monty, you've been there one time.
Yep.
What can you tell Russell maybe that he wouldn't know about the big-time atmosphere that is the Rose Bowl?
Yeah, exactly, man. Once you step off that bus, just the air, just everything, just the tradition in the air, and you walk up to the wall and you get to see all the MVP players that are on the wall, and just sit there and just read through them all. Then we walk into the stadium, take pictures, and just stand on the grass, and just soak it all in. Honestly, it's one of the best experiences of your life.
Russell, back in August, to me at least, it seemed like this day and January 2nd were 100 years away. Now you're down to it. You got the one game left in your college career. What are your thoughts like going into this Rose Bowl game?
My thoughts are the same as always. I always try to be consistent, and that's to prepare to win and just have a great day every day. And so, we always talk about reaching the end, but before you get to the end, you got to be great the days before that. So, it's a great opportunity. Obviously, I can't wait. That's the reason why I came here. When I had my first team meeting with the guys, when I told them and sat them down, I said, I want to be special. I want our team to be special. And I see that, and that's the reason why I came here. We have that opportunity now.
Monty, you two are part of a prolific offense, I think, with all the points and yards and touchdowns and stuff, but you'll be facing another one in Oregon, and I want you to touch on this too, Russell, but what is it going to take to win on January 2nd?
Just like what he said, preparing each day as it's our last, and making sure that we block out all the distractions that'll come our way once we land in LA and Pasadena, and basically just when we get there, prepare to beat Oregon and capitalize on every opportunity that we get.
It's not necessarily a regular game week, so how do you guys going to approach getting ready for that Rose Bowl?
Well, in terms of me, and in terms of the offense and how I try to tell the guys is every practice is a game in my mindset. So that's the way we got to play. Obviously beat a great Oregon team. We're going to have to play great football, great offensive football, and just execute, just play one play at a time like we always do, and show up and just battle.
Good luck.
Thank you guys so
Thanks.
much. On Wisconsin.
On Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, this is luxury as it should be.
In a new Buick LaCrosse with features like OnStar, Bluetooth, XM radio, and more rear legroom than Acura and Infiniti sedans. Plus, Buick's exclusive quiet tuning.
Buick LaCrosse gets 30 miles per gallon.
And was named a top safety pick. Sign and drive LaCrosse for $381 per month with 0 due at lease signing.
I drive a Buick. You should too.
See your Wisconsin Buick dealer.
Still getting your business internet and phone from the phone company? Here are 3 reasons to switch to Charter Business. 1, our 16 meg business internet is up to 5 times faster than standard DSL or T1 service. 2, our business phone service delivers reliable calling and you can keep your phone number. 3, you save money, lots of money. Get business internet and phone for only $89 a month, only for a limited time. Stop paying too much with the phone company. Switch to Charter Business today. Call 877-BIZ-BUNDLE.
Ah, the workout is over. Time to recover, refuel, and re-energize. Recent studies suggest that one drink can help muscles recover faster than other leading sports drinks. Delicious, nutritious chocolate milk. With its powerful package of protein, potassium, calcium, and 6 other essential nutrients, shouldn't chocolate milk be your choice? Got chocolate milk?
The main event is yet to come. The 98th edition of the Rose Bowl game Monday afternoon between Wisconsin and Oregon. I said that's the main event, but there have been plenty of other events, all a part of Bowl Week. Let's get you a taste of what some of the Badger players have been able to enjoy as the Bowl Week rolls on.
We've been taken care of. I mean, police escorts, Aaron Andrews, Nixon Lakers basketball games, Disneyland, the Lowry's Beef Bowl. It's been amazing.
This one's going to Rob Havenstein. Thanks, sir. It was tough to wait. After I handed that big piece off to Habs, I was like, I probably should have kept that for myself. Just go dropped it off at my table, and then we had to wait a good 15 or 20 minutes until we got ours, and everyone at the table was just drooling at the mouth, just salivating. It was great.
I'm proud to introduce Ron Dane as the 2011 inductee to the Rose Bowl Hall of Fame. He is most deserving.
We always expect nothing but the best when you're talking about any Wisconsin sports fans. They turn out and they always bring their A game.
Let's bring Mr. Monty Ball up here. Monty, are you around? Monty.
One more year.
There's nothing quite like peer pressure, is there, Monty?
6.9 is a breakthrough. 6.9 is a physics lesson. 6.9 is the outer limits. 6.9 is an explosion.
He just got faster.
6.9 is ounces, and that makes this the lightest ever.
Heart disease is the #1 killer in the United States, and it is the leading cause of death for young American athletes. Your gender, age, or race can affect your risk of developing heart disease. High blood pressure is more common and more severe in Black Americans. More women than men die of heart disease. Latino Americans are more likely to have diabetes. Talk with your doctor. Know your risk factors. Take charge of your heart health.
Ah, the workout is over. Time to recover, refuel, and re-energize. Recent studies suggest that one drink can help muscles recover faster than other leading sports drinks. Delicious, nutritious chocolate milk. With its powerful package of protein, potassium, calcium, and 6 other essential nutrients, shouldn't chocolate milk be your choice? Got chocolate milk?
The Badger Sports Report with Bret Bielema has been brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, Coca-Cola, Charter Communications, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, and Adidas.
This week's Great Dane Great Question of the Week comes from Bill in Beloit, who wants to know, outside of getting ready for the game itself, what have been some of the highlights of Bowl Week for some of the Badger players?
We've been to Disneyland. We went to, there was a Knicks game, Lowry's Beef Bowl. I'm missing one other thing, but I enjoyed Disneyland. Always been a fan of the amusement parks.
I'd say Lowry's Beef Bowl is pretty awesome. Being able to go with the team and just enjoy that festivity and have some great prime rib and just hang out. It's just been a blast, and just enjoying this team and these coaches and stuff is truly special.
The comedy club, I love that. It was awesome last year, and it was awesome this year. That was a lot of fun.
A couple nights ago, we went to Hollywood Improv, and that's a lot of fun to get all the teammates together, get some comedians ripping on guys. I know everybody enjoyed themselves.
Well, it'd be easy to say the Beef Bowl because, everybody's huge and we love to eat. But, a good laugh's hard to come by, too. So, the improv was great. Disney was great. A lot of people think, it's pretty much just for kids. But all of us are big kids anyway, so we had a good time down there, too.
We thank Bill for his question. The Great Dane has 4 locations in Madison on the east side of town, as well as downtown, Hilldale, and Fitchburg. We'd like to thank all the great people at the Great Dane Fitchburg for hosting Coach Bielema's radio show this season, and thanks to all of those who came out to watch the radio show, if you will. That'll do it for us this week. Join us next time as we recap the 98th Rose Bowl game and also get you back into basketball mode as Bo Ryan's Badgers continue the early portion of the Big Ten Conference schedule. Thanks for watching.
For more than 60 years, the Mendota Gridiron Club has been a loyal supporter to the Badger football program. In my 20 years in college football, I have never seen anything like the Mendota Gridiron Club. As a member, you'll get closer to the program with weekly meetings during the season, special events, golf outings, and more. In today's tough economy, we appreciate your support now more than ever. Become a part of something special. Become a Mendota Gridiron Club member today.
Each year, Learfield Sports teams up with USA Today and college athletic directors to honor the nation's premier athletic programs with the Learfield Sports Directors Cup. Each sport equal in weight, both men's and women's sports included. Each division accounted for. The Learfield Sports Directors Cup is the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Hi, this is Bo Ryan, inviting you to join the Badger Basketball Booster Club. As a member of the Booster Club, you will have the opportunity to participate in a variety of great events, including pregame talks, golf outings, and an away game bus trip. The Boosters have always played a key role in the success of our basketball program. For additional information on joining the club, please call 608-265-6161. There is no better way to show your support for our student athletes than to join the Badger Basketball Boosters.